Welcome everyone to the Kalispell Warhawks Dynasty. My name is MrHurriicane, and today Kalispell hosts Utah State in the snow. That is part of playing football here in Kalispell, Montana. The elements are at play. Today the 2-8 Warhawks host the 6-4 Aggies in this Mountain West battle as Kalispell dons their green alternate jerseys. And with these last two games at home, we'll see if Kalispell can make a statement to close out their first season. Off we go from snowy Kalispell as Britton kicks this deep, and this is Cole on the return. Right through the middle, and a solid return out to around the 30-yard line. Utah State enters with a 3-game winning streak, while Kalispell has a 3-game losing streak. To the ground on 1st and 10, and room up the middle here for Mays. Around midfield, he has a gain of 19. And Kalispell's run defense will have to play well in a game like this. We could see a lot more running. Myers gives to Mays again. The stiff arm on Otis Frazier. And he is down inside the 35, and it looks like he is shaken up. They make a change at running back now with the injury as Myers' throw goes outside to Houston, and he spins upfield as he picks up 11 yards and a first down. So far, Utah State moving at will against this defense. Myers to the air, good pocket, and a good throw to Rodriguez inside the 5. Already getting close to the goal line. 1st and goal, 4 receivers, single back. Give to Hunt, up the middle, he breaks the plane. Touchdown, Utah State. And they sure made that look easy. Kalispell is going to have to play better than that. Now for a studio update, as these teams in the top 10 just keep dropping games. BYU upsets Notre Dame, and we have Houston losing to Cincinnati, Penn State over Nebraska. Tons of upsets here late in the season. Kalispell football now as they start with some shovel option and a backwards play on 1st down as Albert Green is dropped for a loss of 5. It's a big spot for this ground game. Like I mentioned, you don't want to be throwing it all day in these conditions, but Walker lets it rip down the middle. There's Tyler Adams for 24. Even in the face of pressure with snow falling continuously, great throw. 1st and 10 as the handoff goes to Sammy Hawthorne, who is making his first start today. Many of you wanted to see more Sammy Hawthorne. You will see more today. Dump off by Walker, and he's behind Hawthorne, so he makes the difficult throw and then misses the check down, forcing a 3rd and 7. Big blitz incoming. Walker gets hit, but out to Hawthorne. He's met at the sticks, and he gets the job done, but he sure paid the price. Hawthorne stays in the game. He's tough. McLeod in motion, and down goes Walker. They played perfect defense as the tackle is made. Take a second look. No chance for Walker to really run any kind of an option to the right side. Now 3rd and 14 as Walker throws it underneath, and Rashawn Brooks trying to make it as far as he can. Comes up shy. It's 4th and 6. Some initial promise there from Kalispell, but they fall short. Now we'll see how the defense does. It's their 2nd time on the field as Myers takes off. He's got room and gets a block. 1st down run. Kalispell did not look good on that first possession. They've got to step it up. Myers, easy throw to Horn as Calhoun makes the tackle, but we're not seeing much resistance overall. Back in plus territory, Kent Myers taking off. This time stumbling and goes down. They'll give the credit to Jeremiah Grant, and they'll back up a couple. Stacking the box, here comes an extra man, and Myers steps up to run again. Met by Calhoun, 6-yard pickup, now 3rd down. They need 6, now the crowd getting into it. Kent Myers, he'll run again. 1st down, and he'll take the contact, tumbling forward, gain of 12. It's just been Myers scrambling on this possession. 1st down, and the blitz gets there. Marcus Calhoun, the first sack of his career. He's been the captain of this defense, and you know he wants to see this team finish strong. 6 tackles already. Here's Myers with the screen on 3rd and 12. Calhoun's out there. Who else would it be? The tackle was made 2 yards behind the line. 7 tackles already for Calhoun, giving him 92 on the season. Now we have a very long field goal try in the snow. And this kick is no good. And that is the value of Marcus Calhoun right there, forcing a bad field goal try. Kalispell takes over, touchdown game. Marquise Walker check down Hawthorne. And he'll fight his way toward the marker, end up a couple inches shy. 1 of 2 on third down thus far. Feeding Hawthorne, easy first down pickup as he stumbles down inside of Utah State territory. Hawthorne has definitely been one of the team's most consistent players. First down, that's trouble! Right into the hands of Corman, it's Aggie football! They went to run speed option, and if this got to Green, he would run the distance, or at least close. Instead, it's basically intercepted, and the Aggies go back to work. Houston met, and he'll pick up a couple here, but that definitely sucks some of the energy from this team after that missed field goal. 3rd and 3, Myers going outside, caught by Houston, and that is an Aggie first down. Someone besides Calhoun has to make a play. Here's Myers. Good pocket and a good throw. Rodriguez is there as he clears Calhoun's coverage. Picks up 15. They're back at the 10-yard line. Option right. Myers met and down he goes. Marcus Calhoun. He had 9 tackles in that first quarter. Now it's 3rd and 10. There's a screen. Out to Mays. And he's down. Tackled by Jordan. And that'll bring on the field goal team once again. Now it is a 10-point game after the Marquise Walker fumble interception, whatever you want to call that. 1st and 10, look at this time, and it eventually runs out as nobody really got open downfield, a loss of 7. This is why Kalispell needs a good ground game. You won't find yourselves on 3rd and 17. Intercepted by Davis, Walker forcing it into coverage. And the Aggies take over again, back-to-back turnovers. Walker needs to get things under control. This is Jalen Davis setting up Utah State. Short field. Myers to Mays. Nowhere to go. Stuffed on the play, and Calhoun is there again. Calhoun all over the place. He's loving the snow. 3rd and 9. Myers down the middle. Good catch by Fox, but he won't convert. But this time the Aggies are not content with 3. 4th and 2, jumbo pitch. This is Mays. He's got it as Calhoun tracks him down after a 6-yard pickup. First down and goal. The box still stacked. Giving it to Mays. He runs off. Tackle into the end zone. Davenport got pancaked there on the edge, and there was no one to stop Mays. He was hurt on the second play of the game, but he's back and running well, giving Utah State a 3-score lead. Their defense a big part of that. How do you respond, Marquise Walker? Here's a rollout pass caught by Tyler Adams. And I want to see more throws like that. Get the ball out quick, let Walker roll out. Let's not take too many chances. Walker keeping it this time on the read option. There is a pickup of 9. They are at their own 41-yard line, and now triple option. Walker with the flip. Green not going far, but he got enough to move the chains. Albert Green still getting some snaps, but Hawthorne the primary ball carrier. Now a fake, and there's Whitfield off play action as he'll spin ahead across midfield, gain of 9 yards. In Aggie territory, 3 receivers in the game. Walker feeding Hawthorne. That is a first down. Good push up front. He gets about 6 yards. Hawthorne has a very good chance to lead this team in rushing this year. First down. They have Walker chase, but there's Hamilton as he's able to keep the legs moving and pick up 13 yards. Good effort on that play. They bring McLeod in motion. Back to the triple option. Walker not going down easily. He picks up 5. But Utah State's option defense has been much better than many of our opponents this year. 2nd and 5. That is behind the intended receiver, McLeod. That was my big concern. What happens if Walker has to keep throwing it in this weather? 3rd and 5. Wide open. Hawthorne gets upfield enough to move the chains. Gain of 7. Sammy coming up big in the pass game again. Spreading the field on 2nd down. There's the blitz. Walker. They never blew the whistle. And now he goes down. It's a loss of 5. Utah State getting a lot of pressure early on. Now it's 3rd and 13. 5 receivers in the game. Will they take a shot? Walker scrambling, looking for daylight, and nothing is there. He loses a yard, and they'll bring out the field goal team to at least try and get some points. Here is Keith Britton, and this kick is good. Kalispell finally on the board here late in the half. As we have a quick studio update, number 1 Tennessee, right now tied with Vanderbilt. Keep an eye on that one on the bottom ticker. Meanwhile, 41 seconds to go in the half, and what has been the reoccurring theme? Kalispell giving up points before halftime. Well, here we have Cole breaking one free across the 40, a strong return, giving Utah State a prime chance to get back in field goal range to make this a 3-score game again. 35 seconds on the clock. Kent Myers has Williams, and he dropped it along with Jeremiah Grant. Snow may be playing a bit of a factor today. Now 3rd down, Myers. He steps up, has room, picks up the 1st down, brought down by Calhoun, but they're closing in on field goal range. 18 seconds left. Myers steps up, can't escape, lost the football, Kalispell has it! In the hands of Stevie Nicholas, the Warhawks take over. Dorian Jordan chased him down and Myers lost it. Kalispell able to keep points off the board as they will try getting a big play. 12 seconds to go. Here's Walker. As the man open, it's Fletcher. And he lost the football, but Hamilton recovers. Kalispell gets lucky. And now they bring out their second quarterback, Austin Bradley, for one throw deep. No time left, and they got behind the defense. Touchdown, Rashawn Brooks. The Aggies knew it had to be a Hail Mary, and still they get behind the secondary. Austin Bradley airs it out, and Rashawn Brooks lays out to bring Kalispell within a touchdown at the halfway point. Good end to the half this time for Kalispell. Can they keep it up? Kalispell is hanging in there against the 6-4 Utah State Aggies. They were once up 17-0. Now it's 17-10, and Kalispell has possession. Marquise Walker back in the game now at quarterback as he rolls right. There is Whitfield. I like this change to the passing game. Get Walker off his spot. Create some easy short throws. 3rd and 4. Good coverage. Walker takes a chance, and he's lucky that wasn't picked. Should have thrown it to McLeod instead. Aggies ball now for the first time in the second half. Myers give to Mays, and he doesn't get very far, only a gain of 1. On 3rd down, single high safety, Kalispell sends 4. Myers going deep, one-on-one, and it's dropped! Through the hands of Fox, Kalispell catches another break. One way or another, Utah State's score is staying fairly low compared to Kalispell's season average. Here's Jay Page on the return. He's breaking this outside. He's got the speed across the 50, and the best punt return all year for Kalispell. It's 44 yards. Warhawks creating another opportunity as Walker rolls out right. Good coverage. Now stops, throws it all the way back. There's McLeod. He's shoved back. Now is spinning the wrong way. Someone get that man a compass. He got kind of spun around there and lost some of his ground, but it's still a 1st down. Just a really strange play is all. Here's a sweep to Hawthorne. Look at this, blocking as he lowers the shoulders and picks up another tough earned 10 yards. They bring Fletcher in motion. Triple option time. There's the pitch. Oh, come on, Tyler Adams. No block, no gain. Triple option not working like it has today. 3rd and 9. Walker going down. Loss of 5. That pocket collapses in a hurry. Kalispell tacks on 3. Now just a 4-point game as Myers going to keep this one, and he is wrapped up on the play by Zach Flowers. Kalispell's defense showing a lot of improvement from that first possession. Here's Myers taking off, and he has nowhere to go. maybe gains one, and now Myers is shaken up. Now in the game is Damian Hobbs for Utah State on 3rd and 9, throwing the screen. There is Mays. And he won't go down, he just gets the first down. I think Frazier missed the tackle. Drive continuing. Hobbs giving to Mays, and another good run stop by Kalispell. Pretty strong run defense in this game. It's giving them a chance. 3rd and 5. Hobbs, sideline, and short of the marker to Williams. That'll force a punt. There is the update on Myers. It is a mild concussion, and he will not return to today's game. Kalispell down 4, trying to keep the snowball rolling. This is Sammy Hawthorne picking up 4 yards. They've scored 13 points unanswered in this game. Now it's 3rd and 5. 3rd quarter winding down. Here's Walker rolling out. Resets and through the hands of Wayne McLeod. Come on, you can't drop that pass. 4th down. Aggie football, and you can expect to see Damian Hobbs the rest of the way at quarterback now. And he's got Rodriguez down the middle again. He's worked that intermediate middle of the field for a number of first downs today. Here is a throw from Hobbs out to Rodriguez again. 13 more, and now they're on the move. In Kalispell territory, 1st down. Hobbs sailing, caught by Houston. And that is close to a 1st down. That will take us to the 4th quarter. Kalispell keeping this game close, hoping for an upset. They're down 4 on defense, hoping to stop the Aggies. They're approaching the red zone at 2nd and 6. 4th quarter underway. Hobbs, easy 1st down pass here as they get down inside the 15. Aggies 2 touchdowns and 3 red zone trips so far. This is a give to Hunt, and he is denied after a 5-yard pickup. Big play here for the Kalispell defense. 3rd and 5. And a throw out of bounds from Hobbs. I am not sure what the plan was there, but they'll send out the field goal team to make it a touchdown game. Short kick, it is made, and a 20-13 lead now for the Aggies. Kalispell down a touchdown, they take over, 1st down. Good coverage, Walker scrambling to his left. They remain in good coverage, excellent job by Utah State, but Walker scrambles for 9. 4 receivers, Hawthorne the back. He gets it. And there is a 1st down gain again. 9 more for Sammy Hawthorne. 47 rush yards on the day for Sammy. Now it's 2nd down. Walker in trouble. Gets it away. Hawthorne will get a couple. Couldn't escape the coverage. Now it's 3rd and 7. They call on Green. 4 receivers set. Walker off the mark for McLeod. They just have not been able to connect today, but the offense is still staying on the field. They're going aggressive here in the 4th quarter. 4th and 7. Great coverage. Hawthorne escaping, and he's brought down. The Aggies blanketed every receiver Walker had, and there was nothing he could do. Utah State takes over. They want to make this a 2-score game. 1st and 10. A pass down the middle. There is Houston. And they get 17 yards to put them in field goal range. They keep it in the air. Hobbs on 1st down. Looking outside for Houston again. 1st down and goal now for the Aggies. 3 wide in the game. Hobbs to the air. He's scrambling, looking for room, and denied. A loss of 6. That is Stevie Nicholas. Backed up a bit now at the 15. 2nd and goal. Wide open, Fox. Wrapped up by Barnett. Now for 3rd and goal. They hurry back to the line. Single high safety for Kalispell. Hobbs, middle, caught. But the receiver goes down at the 1. And they'll just bring out the field goal team, play it safe. Look to make this a 2-score game. And this field goal is good. So if Kalispell wants to make this interesting, they can't waste much time. In the 4th quarter, they're running triple option. Walker pitches out to Green. Now they got some room to run. Out across the 40, 21 yards. Here comes Wayne McLeod in motion. On 2nd down, they want the screen. McLeod's open. Looking for a block, doesn't get it, and only picks up around 4 yards. They hurry back. 3rd and 4. Walker heads to the air, throws it quick, and that could have been a pick 6. He wanted the quick hitch, and Davis nearly took it to the house. They're going for it here on 4th and 4. Triple option. Hawthorne dragged down. There was a missed face mask. Now, they did not run this option correctly. They just wanted to get the ball out to Hawthorne because that outside pitch usually has the best chance. They forced the play that wasn't there, and there was a missed face mask. Kalispell has had some opportunities. They've caught some breaks, but now they're down 10 and this game is winding down. Hobbs on 3rd down. Pressured and sacked. That is Glenn Ellis as the Aggies fall out of field goal range. Down 10 with 2 minutes left to go as Marquise Walker gets back to work. Pressure and sack. There were 3 defenders in his face, and the pressure has been there all day long. They now face 2nd and 19. Walker gets hit, airs it out, and Wayne McLeod lays out for a catch. Kalispell saying it's not quite over yet. Great effort by McLeod. 5 wide in the game. Here is Walker. And down he goes. The pressure gets there again. And Walker now shaken up. He's taken a lot of hits today. And that'll bring Austin Bradley into the game. He had the Hail Mary touchdown before. Now he rolls out 3rd and 19. Good throw, and Adams stays in bounds as he picks up the 1st down. Heck of a play. 48 seconds left to go. They need 2 scores in any order. Bradley goes down now. Another sack, the 3rd on this possession. Offensive line just out of gas. Here's more pressure. Bradley stands no chance. He's sacked again. 4 sacks on this drive. Now 3rd and 25 yards. Bradley gets it away underneath. Hamilton making a move outside and out of bounds. A good pickup of 17. That gives Keith Britton a chance. This to make it a touchdown game. Here's the kick from right hash. It has the distance and is good. 7-point game. Now if they recover the onside kick, this could get interesting. Here's Keith Britton hoping for one more chance. But it's picked up by Williams. And Utah State will leave Kalispell with the win. Kalispell fought hard today, but they dropped this game 23-16. What's most impressive to me is how they kept Utah State to only 23 points. And that included a dominant opening drive touchdown in no time for Utah State, really. 23-16 is the final. This is a game I felt like Kalispell really could have taken, and they just didn't capitalize enough. There were some bad turnovers, some drops, and missed open receivers and whatnot. I also felt like Kalispell was by far the luckier team today. I think, again, we did not run the football enough. The game was close enough to where we could have ran more, but the triple option stuff wasn't really working that well today, and they took away a lot of my favorite run calls. Let's now look at recruiting this week as David Battle has made his choice. He is going to New Mexico State. We were neck and neck in this recruiting battle. He visited us during our first victory, yet he is not committing to Kalispell. Meanwhile, we do have a commit this week from a Montana prospect, cornerback Scott Green. He wanted to stay close to home, and he got his wish with Kalispell. He's not very big and he's not very fast, but we'll see what he can do. His coverage skills show some potential. We still have a lot of players that we're in tight recruiting battles for, but most of these will end up going to the off-season. We're in first place for a lot of these prospects, but they're delaying their decisions until after the year, it appears. Now looking at Leon Daniels and his head coach upgrades, I would like to get into the deeper parts of the game management tier. We're not going there yet, however, as we'll spend this one on weeks 1 through 7. That's because there isn't much more to this season, so I'll instead plug that in to help us out more next season. Long run, it's a better option. In our final game of Season 1 here in the Kalispell Dynasty, we take on the Nevada Wolfpack. looking for a win in our final game on Senior Day, the first Senior Day here for Kalispell football. There aren't many seniors on this team, I believe around 10 or 11. We'll go through all of them next episode, and they'll get featured playing time in this last game of their time here at Kalispell. A lot of them already get some playing time, like Blaine Barnett and Antoine Fletcher, but for others that haven't seen much playing time, you'll see them in the final game. So one more game here for Kalispell as they are 2-9 currently, hoping to sneak out one more victory this year in front of Kalispell's home fans. Thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed the episode, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel. And let me know down in the comment section what was your favorite part of today's video. I'll see you all in the final game for Kalispell in Season 1. Have a great day.